Hey, it's Drew here from MakeMorePlacements.com, coming to you live on Facebook. Again, I'm not sure if you can hear me or not. If you can, just give me a like or a comment so I know everything is working okay. So I just wanted to talk to you about something so basically, all week, me and Terry have been building plans for recruitment and search firm owners who want help, navigating through the current economic climate as it is now, but also, what they're going to do moving forward as well, once we come through the other side of this, right? So we're doing that all week, and today I had a question from a recruitment business owner based in the UK who basically asked the question, should we market our business? Should we be marketing, promoting our services during COVID-19? Because what she felt was that, two problems. That one, she felt that it was, what she was doing before that was working really well, all of a sudden now is being ignored. And she also, wanted to know, was it insensitive to, go on as if things are normal? Haven't hiring managers got bigger and better things to worry about? And my answer was simple, right? So if you think about, there's no doubt that the way things are now are different to the way they were 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, however long ago it was. But if you think about, let's imagine that there's two recruitment businesses in the same sector. One of them continues to market and promote their business during this current pandemic and beyond, and one of them stops completely. Who do you think is going to be in a better situation once this is done, and who do you think is more likely to win business as we go through this, right? So the answer should be obvious. The one who keeps doing the activity stands a far better chance of getting the results they want. But there is a caveat to that, because the attention, the desires, the wants, the needs, the fears of hiring managers has changed completely. So we can't market our business in the same way that we used to. So the way that I like to talk about marketing when it comes to recruitment and search firm owners is it's all really about getting the attention of your ideal prospects, right? I think one of the biggest things that stops recruitment and search firm owners winning the business they want isn't, that they're necessarily bad at sales, isn't that they've got a bad offer, isn't their fees. It's more often than not that the hiring managers they want to get in front of don't know that they exist, right? So it's an attention problem. We're lucky, and again, I know we're in a unique situation right now, but we're lucky in that we don't have to create demand for our services. There's people are going to move on, businesses are going to change shape, direction. There's always going to be a need for the service that you guys do, right? So we're lucky in that sense. So a big part of our effort needs to be, can we be the first person that the hiring manager thinks of when they have a need for our service? Not if, but when. And again, it might be during this pandemic, it might be afterwards, but again, the same principles apply. Can we stay top of mind? So the answer is yes, you do keep marketing, but you need to change the way you do it, right? So in terms of getting attention, there's three really things that we focus on. So one is your message. So what is it that you're saying? What's your offer to the hiring managers that you speak to? One is your market. So effectively, who are you saying that message to? And then finally, we've got media, which is essentially what platforms are you saying this message on? What are you using to put this message out there? So that could be LinkedIn, could be the telephone. What media are you using, right? So what needs to change? It could be, it's going to be probably at least two of these, but maybe even all three as well, right? So first of all, if we look at your market, what will happen, or what has happened is, some markets have sort of ground to a complete halt. Some have expanded and there's more demand in those markets, and some haven't really noticed any difference, right? So depending on what market you're in, it may be the case of, if you're in a market where things have grown into a complete halt, like things have stopped completely, you've really got two choices. Either you wait it out, wait for us to come through the other side of this, and we will come through the other side of it, or you may even want to consider shifting market slightly. Is there a similar market, a similar niche that hasn't quite ground to a halt completely, but you can still serve. Again, it's a decision you need to make because it involves changing the direction of your whole business, but you do need to, at the very least, consider it. The other one is media. You need to consider changing that as well. And I think this is a must, right? Because we're in a time where I think the majority of people are consuming far more content than they have at any other time. Again, if I look at myself personally, I've watched the news more than I ever have. I'm watching online videos than I have, Netflix, more than I ever have before, right? And I think a lot of people are the same. They're consuming more content than they have at any other time. So if people are consuming content, we want to put more attention on the content that you're putting out there. So I don't know what you do in your business, how much content you produce, how much content, videos you're putting out to the market. But if your target audience are consuming that content more than any other time, for your business, you want to be the one producing that content rather than one of your competitors. You got to think that if one of your competitors is putting out more, or not necessarily more in terms of volume, but better quality content out than you are right now, they're going to be the ones who are building that relationship, building that trust with hiring managers. So again, who do you think the hiring managers more likely to buy from when they have a need, right? So we need to put a big emphasis on the content we're putting out, more videos, more content that people can consume at home, because that's what everyone is doing right now. And the one that you would 100% need to change, no matter what market you're in, no matter what's going on in your particular sector, is the message that you use. So what sort of happened a couple of weeks ago, again, might have been sooner, might be later, depending on where you are in the world, but attitudes towards recruitment, attitudes towards, what's the biggest pain that your hiring managers are having right now, it's shifted, right? So we can't go to market with the same message that we used to go to, because it's just going to become irrelevant, right? There's all of a sudden where people were thinking quite often in terms of growth, in terms of expansion. Some people still are, don't get me wrong, but a lot of people are thinking in terms of protection, and they're looking at the future thinking, if we do go into a recession, are we doing the right things, right? So it's a completely different message that you need to be putting out. So if you're going with the same message, what's going to happen is, one of two things happen. Either you just get ignored, which is probably the best case, but worse, you're going to rub people up the wrong way, and they're going to completely be put off from buying from you in the future. So you need to change your message, right? So just to recap, to get attention of hiring managers in the market, at the very least, you need to change you definitely change your message. It could be that you need to change your media and put more content out, but you might need to look at changing your market as we go through this as well. So look, we've been putting growth plans together for recruitment search owners who want help, not just moving through this, but beyond as well. If you go to makemoreplacements.com/apply, there's a short letter there that explains what it's about. Go and have a look. It might be for you, it might not. Either way, I suggest you check it out. And I'll speak with you soon. Until then, take care, take action, and be relentless.